Hello beer tubers and welcome to yet another beer review. With me, Peter the Master of Habits. Today, actually 3 beer reviews in 1 review. I guess you'd call this a country showcase and not a brewery showcase, because these are some beers that were given to me from my subscriber Silviu from Romania at CBC. He wanted me to check out the Romanian craft beer scene, so he had some beers and he said you can just do them in 1 video to do like a showcase. Because he knew that I got a lot of beers with me back home from CBC to review. So we're doing 3 beers today, and these 3 beers he sent some info about. So the first one, which is this one, is Ground Zero Brewing's Morning Glory, the first true IPA brewed in Romania. The second one is a collab, which is the first collab in Romania, which is between Ground Zero and a new brewery called Hooligan. And it's an IPA brewed especially for the 6th anniversary of a craft beer bar in Bucharest called Beer O'Clock. And that's why the beer is called 6 Years O'Clock, because they turned 6 years. And the last one in the big bottle is a Black IPA from a very small brewery that opened this year, 2016, called Perfektum. And he says the first Black IPA brewed in Romania. Crazy. So let's start off with the Ground Zero Morning Glory IPA on 6%, the first IPA brewed in Romania. Nice and hazy, bright yellow color. Looks nice. Doesn't say the description of what they use on there, white head, but they got like a Brewdog-esque attitude thing going on the labels with, you know, a tribute to the unnormal things and fuck pissy macro lagers and whatnot. But yeah, let's check out the aroma on the Ground Zero Morning Glory. Lemony and limey, not very intense on the aroma. Yeah, I'm getting lots of lemon lime. A little bit of sweet citrus, grassy notes, touch of sweet malt. Not super intense, but it smells pretty nice. It smells quite fruity, not as bitter and earthy resiny and whatnot. It's good to taste. Cheers, and thanks to Silvio for the beer. More bitter on the flavor. Like a bitter, kind of grassy and floral hop flavor. A little bit of a pithy grapefruity flavor. It's kind of mild, actually, I think, with a larger bitterness. It's got a little bit of sweet bready malt and sweet malt flavor. I don't know why, it kind of reminds me of Chinook for some reason, but I'm not even sure if this has Chinook. But it's pretty tasty, but it's a very mild IPA, so it's tasty, but nothing out of ordinary. More like a citric lemony kind of. I don't know even what I should compare it to with other IPAs, but it's not really classic tasting. It's kind of tasting more modern, but not as oomphy as in some. Moving on to the 6 Years O'Clock Hop Hooligan and Ground Zero collaboration for Beer O'Clock Bar on 6%. Here they state the ingredients. They use Maris Otter, wheat, rye, and Aroma malts, and the hops are Citra, Amarillo, and Simcoe, and they use Lallemand American West Coast yeast. So Citra, Amarillo, and Simcoe. That's a nice hop combo. I do like those hops. So let's check out, well, the color. It's pretty much similar to the other one. It's a tad darker, probably because of the rye malt and the Aroma. And then a nice whitish head. Let's check out the aroma. A little bit of spicy rye, and kind of slightly tropical notes. But this is also fairly mild compared to the other one. I'm getting some sweeter citrus. There's maybe a little bit of a tropical passion fruity thing. Yeah, and a little bit of sweet malt. Smells pretty nice. Let's give it a taste, guys. Cheers. And again, thanks to Silvio. Yeah, there's definitely more of a juicy fruitiness in this. A little bit of spicy rye on the back end, especially on the back end with that kind of bitter, drying flavor. It's in the same ballpark as Ground Zero, just with a little more spicy rye and more hop flavor, like a sweeter citrus and slightly tropical flavor. It's more generic tropical flavor though than specific fruits. You can definitely taste it's a country that's in its early stages of craft beer. People are still getting into it. People are still experimenting, because that's usually, like, this is the type of beer that'd be brewed by a lot of breweries in Denmark, I think, a few years back. Way back when, kind of like I started the channel. Still nice tasting beer, but not as explosive as I like my IPAs. Moving on to the Perfektum Black IPA 6.0. New brewery opened this year, so that's really cool. That looks like a true black IPA. It's black in color, a little bit of light coming through, one finger almost of a tannin. Let's check out the aroma. Ooh, that smells chocolatey and toasty and nutty. Yeah, caramel notes. I'm not getting much hops on it, or much hoppy flavor. I'm getting more roasty, toasty, stout-like aromas. There's some kind of grapefruity, sweeter, no, not sweet citrus, maybe more so pine, actually, grapefruit and pine, but maybe there's more in the flavor. But yeah, let's give it a taste. Cheers. And again, thanks to Sylvia. Yeah, there's definitely more hop flavor. Actually, I think I like this the most out of the bunch because it actually kind of tastes like a true black IPA, which is awesome. Black IPA is a style you don't see brewed in Denmark really often anymore, and a style I think that kind of isn't in anymore. People got fed up with it, I guess. A lot of people, I guess, like, I'd rather have an IPA or a stout on its own than the mix. But the true black IPA can be really nice. The black IPA that is hoppy, but black in color and just light undertones of malt. This is what you get in this one, which is awesome. You're getting a little bit of cocoa, a little bit of an almost oaty sweetness, and like a coffee nuance. But then the hop flavors are what's shining. And there's definitely like grapefruit, sweet citrus, pine. Actually, on this taste, it feels like they're a little more in balance. They're more balanced the flavors. But I think this is the one of the bunch that packs the most flavor, actually. So I think, yeah, this is the one I like the most. It's not the best black IPA I've had, but it's a pretty nice black IPA for what it is. And again, it's not a style I drink that much anymore. So rating-wise, on these three bad boys. So let's think here. So let's say straight up 80 on the Ground Zero Morning Glory, and a straight up 80 on the Ground Zero Hop Hooligans 6 Years O'Clock, and an 83 on the Black IPA by Perfektum. They're pretty nice beers, but you can taste that they are from a younger craft beer culture, if you can say it like that. They're not as, perfected yet, but they're still very nice drinkable beers. No off flavors, no homebrew taste or anything. But it's cool. It's cool that craft beer is happening in places like that. So thanks a ton, dude. Check all these beers out if you get a chance. I'm not sure if you can find them anywhere else in Romania. But if you can, check them out. And as always, remember to comment, subscribe. Check out the Facebook fan page and Twitter and Instagram. And I'm going to say cheers in some nice IPA from Romania. And see you guys in another beer review.